There's something you have to understand going into putt-putt golf. It is not a mini golf game. I know it's not uncommon for people to call mini golf putt-putt golf, and in this game you only have one club and you have small courses, and there's weird obstacles in your way, but as you'll see, a lot of it does not match miniature golf. There's two modes when you start up, stroke play or challenge mode. The two modes are identical, except in stroke mode, you can set yourself a handicap for your score, which doesn't really do anything. And in challenge mode, you can see the ending. There are initially 4 courses to choose from: cake, sports, toys, and animals. And if you complete all of the courses under par on challenge mode, then a 5th and final course appears, castle. The initial 4 courses all have 9 holes, while castle has 8 holes for some reason. Completing the castle course under par is how you save the princess and win the game. All of the holes are laid out horizontally, and you'll be able to scroll right and left to view the whole thing before you approach the ball. When you're ready, hit A, and then you can aim your shot. Hitting up and down will bring the cursor in and out, while left and right will rotate it around the ball. Then hit A to start the backswing, hit A when you feel you have enough power, and then hit A again when you want to connect with the ball. And I have to point out that the backswing actually starts in the white part of the bar, while striking the ball occurs where the 2 green sections meet. And that is the end of the positive things I have to say about putt-putt golf. Yes, I know I haven't really been positive so far, but trust me, we're going to some dark places. So the first thing you're going to notice when you take a shot is that you don't necessarily roll the ball along the ground. As power increases, you hit the ball up into the air. And that means you can go over obstacles. Sometimes. Kind of. Assuming the ball gets up into the air and travels with enough speed, you can definitely get over things, but good luck doing that with any consistency, because there's enormous variation in what happens when you hit the ball. Sometimes the ball goes way up into the air, sometimes it stays low. And the difference on the bar between a weak hit that goes nowhere and a ball that goes from one end of the course to the other is basically a couple of pixels. Part of the problem is that there's a little flag with an S on it on the bar that indicates a super shot. This is a max power up in the air shot, and the position on the bar that you have to strike in order to do this is random. That flag changes every time you address the ball. Did you need a short putt and the flag happened to appear at the low end? Well, tough luck, you're going flying. Okay, you can cancel and then go back in, but you're going to mess this up a lot. And then there's the collision problems. For most obstacles, the ball will rebound off it when it collides with them. Unfortunately, the position that the ball rebounds from is significantly larger than the image of the ball and the object that you're bouncing off of. Do you need to make a tight shot in between two things, like you'd expect for a wacky golf course? Well, you better hope that you don't collide with the corner, even though your angle is perfect to go around it. This problem becomes even worse with the special obstacles that do things like shoot the ball in a direction, or move it to another place on the field, because the capture points for those is much larger than the image. A lot of the obstacles also move, but they won't move through the ball, so if one of them moves onto a ball after you shot it, then that obstacle becomes stuck in place. Another thing that will quickly annoy you are that some holes have a second hole. That second hole is marked with an S flag, and if you go into that hole, the flag disappears, but the hole does not. Getting it into this hole will trigger a special effect that most of the time is going to be pretty bad, like making the ball super heavy so it doesn't go anywhere. But on a few very rare occasions, you'll get something good, like a super shot, assuming you want a super shot. Or all of the water on the map dries up. But generally speaking, you're going to want to avoid the special hole. If you do eventually make it to the correct hole, well, the game's still not done with being buggy, because it will show you a score one stroke higher than what you actually did. Naturally, because of all of those reasons, putt-putt golf is a little bit infamous in Japan. It's a notoriously unplayable golf game. But as a result, It has a reputation for extreme difficulty. If you can't consistently hit the ball, you can't get par. Even once you get good at the game, which God help you if you do, you still have to have some pretty extreme luck in order to get through all 4 courses under par and unlock that final course. At least on the final course, you just have to play it out. And yeah, this one really beat me up. I was honestly hopeful going into it because it could have been a fun spin on a standard golf game. And instead, nothing worked. I kept getting stuck within things. Making any kind of short putt was a nightmare. This was an all-around awful experience. Putt-putt golf is a game that hates you, and it is definitely trying to hurt you.